Okay, well, 1 minute 15.
Yeah, you'll have at least one more person watching today.
Yeah.
She'll be watching.
Moist.
May the voice be with you. Yes.
Moist.
Yes.
Damp.
Oh boy.
Muggy.
Oh, that one was terrible.
Moist.
I agree.
Dry or arid.
Fucking
Slightly moist.
Slightly moist.
yeah.
Barren wasteland.
These are all accurate. God dang.
Tonight, I was dead set on making a video condemning Disney, Lucasfilm, and Warner Chappell
I'm
for their
happy this
claiming
bad lad did
Star
this
Wars
before
Theory's
that.
Vader fan film, Episode 1, Shards of the Past, and monetizing it for their own personal gain at the expense of Star Wars Theory. But we have a reason to celebrate tonight as the fandom menace, as Star Wars Theory recently announced that Disney and Warner Chappell heard from Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm reached out and said, take off the claim. So for that, I will say thank you to Lucasfilm. Thank you for thinking about the fans, and thank you for hearing us. There's a reason why we bitch and moan. We love Star Wars. This gives me a glimmer of hope that you're listening to us, and that this isn't just a worthless crusade. That this shows that we care about our entertainment, and we care about a story that's near and dear to many of us in this community. We want Star Wars to just be like Star Wars Theory makes it, for the fans, for everybody. We're not excluding anybody. We want a simple story of good versus evil, overcoming inner demons, and facing everyday adversity, not a narrative on current culture and politics. We don't need that. We see Star Wars, this is our escape, is Star Wars. And I hope that Lucasfilm is starting to see that. But what does this mean for the fandom menace community as a whole? It means that we're being heard. So it means we can't let up. We need to continue to voice our opinions. We need to continue to speak out when we don't agree. But we also need to be thankful for when something does go in a way that we agree with, such as this. So Lucasfilm, thank you again. But the fandom menace rises. The fandom menace will not stop. The fandom menace will go on, and you will continue to hear from the Star Wars theories, the geeks and gamers, the world-class bullshitters, the comic cards proceeders, the Cecils, the lethal lightnings, that Star Wars girl, Doomcox, the Moist, Sith Kryptonian, Owen's Movie Blog, Adam Shawhan, the Jeremy Army, and everybody else that I'm missing because there's so many in this fantastic community. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the fandom menace rises. If you've liked this quick video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this victory with your friends. I am your host, The Moist, from Moist Visions Incorporated.
So yeah, going through some stuff the other day, I found that, which I thought was very fitting, especially since we do talk about Andor. And yeah, I wanted to use that as the opening after I found it. So there you go.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's it's something that we've talked about though. It's whether we like it, whether we don't like it, we're not, sure, you can come, we'll have discussions and whatnot, and you're not going to get told right away, oh, well, what you feel isn't right, or, how you feel, whether you like it or not doesn't matter. You're wrong because of, I don't know. It was just one of those.
Exactly.
This is what we've been talking about. And that was, from a couple years back. So, yeah, it was a good way to start. And yeah, again, myself, Mr. Ootini has watched it. And DJD kind of slept through it. But that's okay.
I sleep through many things. Many things. But apparently I'm still making people happy. I'm not going to go into that too much because people will kill me. But apparently all fun times had by all, whether I'm awake or not.
Exactly. I mean,
I think I'm going to get a memo for that later on.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
I
but
hope
hey,
she's not watching. That's all I'm saying. Oh boy, Adam knows. Sometimes you're just asleep and people have happy times. That's all.
He's not wrong.
I'm doing something wrong. Oh dear.
Well, it's that bum knee. It's all right, though.
It is bum at the moment. Yeah, still my head in. But there we go. Such is life. Anyway, we'll forget about that because
But yeah, we just got done watching the episode, Brent and myself, and yeah, I don't have any complaints. I thoroughly enjoyed the episode, and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the building that we're getting, man. It's been kind of nice to see where this is gonna go, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, the world
Just the building
building
aspects, it's hey man, this is what was going on. Okay.
I've been saying about it since day one. I like the world building, and thank you for putting the words in my mouth because I couldn't remember what
the
it
only
was.
reason I'm still watching.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've so far I've enjoyed most, apart from one TV series. I've enjoyed most of the TV series, Rogue One, which is obviously what Andor's based on. Haven't enjoyed any other films because I haven't bloody watched them. But yeah, it just feels more like you said earlier. It feels more like Star Wars, and I just love all the backstory, world building stuff.
Well, yeah, and it's not ridiculous.
No, it's not all just all this.
The ridiculous factors and isn't there like the previous shows, which have all had at least one ridiculous moment in their entire series.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean,
it's grounded. You feel like you're in that universe, and you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as we were talking backstage, it's not necessarily that this is because this is Lucas's actual vision for what Rogue One was supposed to be, what we were promised back in the 80s either, but what they built even themselves, because I enjoyed the Rogue One movie. And what we're seeing goes hand in hand. Like last week's episode, if you were to watch and say that was it, like we didn't get this week's episode, like if they only did 6 and we're done, and you turn around and go watch Rogue One, it makes more sense because of the character building that we got in the series. It does. It just transfers right over into the movie, right? Especially how it begins.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want to see more. Obviously, you want to see more. We were just discussing how many more episodes there are to the end of the season. And then, unfortunately, for anything else decent, we'll have to wait till, next year for The Mandalorian, unfortunately. But, it's nice to look forward to something.
Boba Fett 2 before Mando 3?
I don't think Book of Boba Fett 2's... I haven't seen any trailers for it or heard anything about it.
I know, either, but I thought it was like December that we got the first season, so I thought maybe we get the second season this December.
Yeah, well, they did just move back everything 1 year in Marvel, so I wouldn't be surprised they do the same with Star Wars.
Yeah.
So it'll be here when it's here.
Yeah, the annoying thing is though, I expect Mandalorian's finished, it's wrapped, it's ready. They've got it in the can, whatever they want to say. So,
they like doing that and then milking it for 2 years.
Yeah, but look at how much they dropped the ball when it originally came out. People loved it. They didn't have any merchandise for it, and now they're bloody.
Like House of the Dragon has done something similar on HBO. They thought that was going to tank and it'd be over after a year, and they're like, "Oh wow!"
And it's taken off, is it?
It's done very well. So now they got to do somehow 2 to 3 seasons. And they've already burned through almost all the material, including the initial stages of the war. And I'm like,
dear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll end up ruining it then.
Exactly. Unlike Andor, which is actually taking its time explaining everything, which I don't mind.
Yeah. Well, they said at the beginning, though, they said they got an ending to this. Like they know where they're starting. They know exactly where they're going to end. It's just going to depend on ratings.
Yes.
So, exactly.
I don't know. Like I said,
here's the beginning. We got the beginning. This is where the end is set. This is all up to the fan base. If we don't back it and hate it, then and then we'll get the ending. That's kind of how it seems because they just showed you how quick they can. 2 episodes, we skip 6 years. 2 episodes, we skip another 10 years. Or however the fuck they did. It might have been the other way around, but and it worked. It really did, to the point that now we're at the end of the season, and they could have went longer in these areas, but if it really wasn't needed, it was just a slight journey, and we just missed out a little bit. Because it was really good. That could have been something if they didn't do it right that would have hurt the series too. So I don't know. I didn't read the books, but I've enjoyed that way more than the Rings of Power.
So, oh God, has that been god awful?
I mean, they just, I mean, they did swerve them. They threw them all for a loop, though. And that was the one thing that made me laugh my ass off, because the series started and everybody was acting like they knew exactly what was going to happen. And then that's not what happened.
They butchered the lore so bad. It's amazing. It's just, wow.
Well, it just had, again, this is just
and somehow Sauron isn't an elf is also fascinating. But sure, whatever. I know he's a shapeshifter, but god dang.
This wasn't wrote by, and that's the thing. This is a fan-made thing. This has nothing to do with the actual Lord of the Rings or any of that shit. It's fan-made.
Oh, it's pure ridiculous fan fiction, yeah. When the lore master leaves a show, that's always fun.
So
the lore's right out the window. It's right out the window.
Yep. But yeah, that's the one part
I enjoyed. First time, and it won't be the last.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that was funny about it, though.
Also, it feels like it possibly a rumor is that they've guaranteed 5 years. So we're going to get to the end of the Rings of Power, whether we want it or not, even if no one's watching. Just because Bezos is that rich. Enjoy. Channels will be made on YouTube just based off his theories.
Oh,
dear. God,
but
you're
most
not wrong.
People that want this stuff, they're as soon as they find out that this is a fan-made bullshit, that they're not watching it. So, and then the people that do watch it, by the second season or third season, they're gonna know, because their numbers will just keep, going down if they keep fucking up. But they do seem to like to waste money. But then again, it could turn around and then they won't do it, because look at all this shit we thought we were gonna already have had. And it did kind of take a turn when insurance companies quit, paying them for making shitty movies that flopped.
Yes.
So that's a positive thing that came out of it.
We can only hope.
But they own the IP, though, don't they?
Studios.
They literally own the whole of the Tolkien, so they can bleed that dry to pay for their propaganda and shite fan fiction.
Unfortunately. At least they don't have the rights to video games. So those will be lore friendly.
Who's going to want to make a video game now for that universe? There's going to be no fucking point. It's just going to be toxic.
Well, they're doing it anyway. I know they're making at least 2 games. So
they'll get some shitty studio to do it, and it'll be a crap game. EA.
Yeah, that'll be the fun part.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's been the next thing that's been under attack, though. Video games, man. They went political and woke in those, and people aren't buying them.
At all.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're like, what happened? Why are you not buying our terrible game that we spent too much money to acquire the IP of? Because that's not what we want to play.
You want to play the game.
But
you and I played Saints Row and that kind of shit all day long.
Yeah, I don't even acknowledge the new pile of trash they made. It's just...
I was excited when I heard, hey, there's going to be a new game. And then I saw what they did, and then they're bragging about what they did. And I'm like, I'm not buying it.
And then on top of it, it's a buggy mess.
Yeah,
so you made a buggy game that's woke and not what the original creators of the thing intended, even close to it. If anything, they made fun of woke people. So again, you're trying to appeal to the Fast and Furious community, then you do that kind of game. When you do the opposite of that, it's not going to make money.
No.
Hello. There's TNA in it. There's language. There's other fun things. When you do the opposite, that's not going to do well.
Look,
example,
man,
Grand Theft Auto.
What brought me to your channel, though, was, I mean, how you would do the news topics while playing the game and just having a blast, playing a game, going over retarded
Well, that's what the game's meant to be. Even if it's buggy.
Yep.
It's only slightly buggy. It's still playable. Well, you don't do that at least. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And Grand Theft Auto kind of gets that. It's about gameplay and fix the bugs, and that's it. And, the setting. It's not rocket science.
Hello, nerd. Yeah, well, the games come out, and they're always buggy. I thought that was par for the course for the past.
Yeah, that is just par for the course these days until the first couple of patches, and then they'll fix it. It's become a hilarious cliche, but it's true.
Well, I'm old school anyway. I do the emulators more than I've got old consoles. I can't see what's going on these new games. I haven't got bloody clue. I'm getting old now.
Well,
like me older games.
the sports games are still consistent, except for this year. They at least Madden went to. Oof. It's the first Madden I haven't bought in a while, and I don't buy them all the time. I buy them when it's updates I actually like what they're doing. And this year's a disaster.
I can't believe they're still.
I
doing
might get
that.
the NHL game this year if it is indeed not a disaster. So, last one I got was NHL 20 from the NHL.
I remember
series.
when they were coming out on the Mega Drive back in the day, and they're still bloody doing them. Good
No,
Lord.
there's a lot of fun things they used to do, but they don't. They make life difficult for emulator community sometimes with their ridiculous lawsuits. So,
Yeah, it's the world we live in. They
like
think
you
they
realize by this point, according to your original contract, it's fair use. So, yes, I'm still alive. Various locations in America. Various locations in America have not taken me out yet, thankfully.
Nope.
Oh, they sure have tried, though. You know, sometimes you got to put some restraining orders on stalker fans. So, you know, it happens. It happens. So,
Stalker fans. How could they be fans when they're stalkers? That's an oxymoron.
well, that's what they like to call themselves. Like, I'm just a normal person. It's like you
I'm a
literally
fan.
have gone ape shit and stalked me. You get your cease and desist and enjoy.
I want to wear your skin. I mean, that's not a fan.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
just a fucking weirdo.
Yes. Oh, they definitely are weirdos. I mean, shit.
I won't pry, but
at some point I'll give the full details. It's just hilarious.
I know. I don't want to pry, but there's a fine line between fandom and fanatic.
It's like, when you're like breaking into an ATM just to make me look bad, you've gone too far.
I did it all for you. I did it all for you.
It's like, no, don't break ATMs. That's a federal offense. I've
got all these puppies in a bag, and I'm going to
have fun with the federal government coming after you. Let alone local government. Oh God!
More so than they already are. Yeah.
You have a colorful life.
Yes, it's unfortunate because I'm just trying to.
You just want to make a living, lead a quiet, happy life.
Exactly. I'm just trying to make people happy, and then they get a little too intense out of nowhere.
You just have a cult following you.
Yeah,
you know, I thought it was bad enough that you're done, Peel, but never mind. You know.
Exactly. It's like. So yeah, there's that kind of fun. Oh man. Fun times indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yes, I know that, Fedorable, and me having to give a shit because the house over there. So yeah. At some point, I'll go back to LA and hang out with you, Fedorable. Just haven't had time lately. Just doing other stuff.
Trying to avoid crazy stalkers.
After since I haven't been there lately, the amount of stupid things they've passed and made law is amazing. I thought it was already crazy when I was there, but no, it got crazier. So, wow. But there's no way around it. You kind of need it. If you're part of the industry, you kind of unfortunately need to have a place there to, touch base. And also the industry people like to see that you're there. So that kind of crap. Yeah. And it leads to better jobs, which is also effed up. So if you have a decent house in a decent location, then it leads to jobs you wouldn't get for, say, 5 years of tenure to then actually acquire, which is retarded, but that's the industry. It's bad. It's crazy.
I don't know. Whatever happened to America, land of opportunity, land of the free?
Now you got to go through all these hoops first, and then you can have the opportunity. That's how it works. Got to go through various crazy hoops.
Or you've just got to
doing it, dodging crazy ex-employees and fans and yada.
Yeah, crazy world. I mean, we're about 10 years behind you, so God.
Yes, enjoy that fun.
We got that to look forward to.
I hope you encountered none of the exciting things we have.
I've never had a stalker fan. No, I don't think I ever will.
No. Yes.
BLM, they're sort of here.
There's your stalker fan right there. That's the equivalent of it. They'll destroy. They'll break property and then make insane videos on.
They break the property.
They'll make the insane videos on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube,
But I'm not
wherever
on
they're
any
going
of
to put
those
it up.
platforms. I don't even have a mobile phone, so I don't give a shit what they do behind my back because I'll never find out. So
Right.
They can
My
do
same
whatever they
reason,
want.
Fedorable, while I'm still enduring the fun you are in L.A. County. you gotta fight them at the front. If not, they won't stop being insane.
Just gotta
But
bless
at
them
least
with
a
the
few
2x4.
people fighting them at the front lines, then they'd be even crazier with what they might do. Maybe they started on neighboring states. Who knows? It's California. It knows how to party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Bloody hell.
Yes.
Well, California.
Well, yeah, but we used to be the weird people, and now everyone else out there is weird. They're weirder than us.
Yes, a lot weirder, which I never thought I would see.
Crazier. Scarier. Yeah. They've taken it a little bit too far. Yeah. They've had one soy shake too many. Oh well.
Yeah.
It
This is
can
what happens when you
only
make
get
milk.
relatively better from here.
Well, that's what happens when you make milk out of a nut.
Oh, I saw an advert the other day for a milk made out of nuts and fruit. And that's not milk.
Oh wow!
Do you guys know what milk is?
Just the nuts
That's
is
not
fine.
milk.
You don't need nuts and
Well-
fruit in your milk.
Oh, it's just that's not milk, for fuck's sake.
I know they like calling it milk, though.
Yeah, it's like call it a juice or something like that, you know.
As I tell them, you can just come get it from the tap, bitch.
I come
There
from the
you
West
go.
Country, a farming area, so milk comes from a cow. Yes, you can get milk out of certain other things, but it's not from fruit, trust me, and not most nuts.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
And I always thought nut milk was something you just rubbed on your skin as a lotion. I didn't think you drank the bloody stuff, but okay. I'm not cultured like everyone else, obviously.
Oh yeah, almond products are okay.
Yeah, almond milk.
Tasty.
Yeah, that was why I was
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
not bad tasting. Yeah, exactly.
My ex-wife isn't. No, she's not a stalker. No.
Yeah.
Only if she wants money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was dressing random. Yeah, no, I always thought this sort of stuff was all this faddy, healthy, fruity stuff.
Yeah.
They just redefine everything, though. It's just, no, it's a milk. No, it's not a milk. You get juice out of fruit, not milk. Idiots. Yeah, Brutal's not milking anybody's
How
nuts.
about that marketing?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yes, it's got to get to those soy people. Let's get them off the soy.
Yep.
Alas.
Well, this is what happens.
So
It's all right. I'll pass.
yeah.
You can have your soy latte.
What else is happening in everyone's world?
I'll enjoy.
Yeah,
eating
soy is supposed to
chicken
be a
and brisket.
condiment in small quantities. It's not supposed to be what the hell they're doing with it, which is large. It's like, hey, let's do large quantities of mustard or something like that. No, it's not healthy either. None of the crap, like in moderation, for God's sakes, with certain things.
Hello, Sherry.
I'm gonna have a ketchup milkshake. No, you sick people. Jesus. Hello, shit.
I know we had
I sort
Phil
of
that
drank
was
soy
putting
milk
ketchup
in,
on pizza.
like, well, no, I had a little bit of soy milk in the 90s, and it was just like, oh, that's all right. And they had these little yogurt things, but you only
Yeah, it
try it
was
for a
too
while, and you think,
goddamn
no, I miss
sour
real
in
milk.
my mind. That's why I didn't like it. I'm happy I didn't drink it more than that one time because
Oh, it was something different. It was just literally, you know, you go
Yeah,
to someone's house,
exactly.
you know, for breakfast, and then you see it in the supermarket, you buy it, but you have it for one, you think, no, I miss real milk. And they do these little yogurts, as I said, and they're quite nice. But I only get like one pack a year, you know, if I see
Yeah.
them and they're on offer. It's
You're
not a
not having
lifestyle or anything.
several weekly.
No,
No,
and avocados and all that
he
sort of
stopped
shit.
eating weekly when his hair fell out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That plus the
cut down on
damage
the
it does
soy.
to your hands and wrists. I have yet to see a frequent soy drinking person not have weak bone structure. It looks like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna
I
break
mean,
their hand trying to
obviously
open a
they're not
bottle.
getting the proper lactose from the milk. Yeah. Well, I got fucked knee, but that's got nothing to do because I drink milk all the time. But
Yeah,
it's
but
got
real
nothing-
milk, see, that's the difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's like
God, I
the
didn't
three
think of that.
staples, man: milk, butter, and bread.
It ain't rocket science.
Milk, butter, bread, and beer. Four staples of life. Yeah. Not all at the same time, obviously.
Well, I've had some pretty good beer cheese soup, so
Yeah, beer batter,
Oh yeah, those are good. Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, you can put beer in sauces and things like that. I'd rather put wine in myself, but
Use a little bit of beer as part of a pancake mix. So
yeah,
just a tiny bit.
yeah.
Then it
Guinness
makes
batter is nice.
Yeah, exactly. And then it makes it fluffier.
Yeah, used to do that in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good to drink as well, allegedly.
from time to time.
So they
allegedly.
say. So I've heard. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I've just heard it somewhere. Yeah. So has anyone else had anything interesting happen this week, or anything crazy? No stalkers. We don't need any more stalkers.
No,
Just
none of that.
normal life. Then.
None of that fun stuff. I was a couple of months ago anyway. And it was more of an ex-employee than anything, than an actual fan. She was slightly a fan of my.
Oh, I think I remember now. I think you discussed
that
last
discussion.
time.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
one.
So yes, to clarify, it was an
That's-
ex-employee.
Yeah, that's not a stalker. That's just a disgruntled, psychopathic ex-employee.
Exactly.
Yep.
But for purposes of things, they were considered a stalker. So yeah.
Well, that's how the courts.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it,
exactly.
obviously. Yeah,
That's how they
absolutely.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, stalker fans, I've had maybe one or two in the course of the YouTube thing where they were a little too obsessed with me.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, chill. Like, I can't make, every day some time for you to discuss things. I don't have time.
So it's sort of like, we need sort of like your
and then
best
they try to
friend buddy
intimidate
time.
you into giving them time with you.
Yeah, like your
Also,
family.
is another part of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
I really need to talk to you right now. So it's like, it's okay. Relax.
At 4 a.m. Yes.
Exactly. That's the other fun part at weird hours. That like, Jesus, it's like, no, I don't have time for this right now.
Yeah.
Well, 4 a.m. for the vampire werewolves, nothing. It was more that,
Yeah, I know.
afternoon shit that was just bugging the hell
that
out.
afternoon shit was actually buggy with both of those individuals. I was like, geez, calm down. Don't you have family? Oh, wait, you do have family. Go bother them. Go tell them your problems. And it's just like they latch on to you and effectively make you an additional family member that they want to talk to too much with. Yeah.
Just change it. That is just so, what is it? Fucking Cable Guy, isn't it?
It is a little bit. It really was, especially with one of them who like wanted to like hang out in real life and and go to a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
And like,
never met you.
I don't feel too comfortable with this right now.
No.
I don't really want to go eat some ribs with you. So
and afterwards we can hang out at the cinema and then we go to a Turkish bath.
Wait, why do you have shovel and tape? Why
have you got rope? What's the chloroform for?
Exactly. What are these additional items for?
You didn't think we were going to get your food without it yelling and screaming and shit, did you?
Exactly.
Oh dear. I mean, there's
fun stuff like that. It isn't a joke. You could be a small anything and it can just happen because again, it's something just flips in their minds and they obsess about you at odd hours.
I obsess
and
about
apparently
coffee,
they dream about you too. That was one of the two actually said they dreamed about me, so that was always fun.
My God, how much I love the guys here. I don't dream about any of them.
I don't dream about anybody.
Well, I can't normally remember my dreams, but it normally involves ladies.
Exactly. Oh, jeez.
And none that I'm stalking at the moment.
Exactly. I think I've probably dreamt about Fedorable and Wiener Dog Man maybe once or twice. That's about it. I'll admit to that.
Well, you know, the Jawa, he's dreaming of shiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It happens on
a
occasion.
brand new sandcrawler. Who
Uh,
wouldn't want a brand new shiny sandcrawler?
precisely.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
wouldn't?
Even the
And
dogs
it
are
also, it's hard to get the Wiener dog sparks out of your brain, so that too.
free.
that'll make you dream about them.
Oh yeah, they're not.
See, right there, they're already
Yeah,
acknowledging.
they're
my
always, yeah,
statement.
agreeing with you. Always bloody talking. They're like, you know, some people I used to know never bloody shut up.
Yeah.
But they're sweeter than the people I used to know
Yes.
never shut up.
Yep.
Yep.
Allegedly. Yeah, wow. Well, variety's the spice of life, so you're obviously leading an interesting life, DJD. That's all I can say.
Yes, that's definitely more than I expected ever.
Yeah, you didn't
Ever.
expect that in the one.
That's I never said. I thought I'd say, hey, I might have a family member that might compete in something dangerous. So, or other statements. Oh, geez. Mind you, concerning past family members, what they've done, yeah, you know, diving, scuba diving in dangerous coral reefs, wacky stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
So
I mean, I can't swim, but I do
not
love
too
the ocean.
shocking with future family members or current ones doing outlandish, because humans will just do things. Humans will, you know, hey, I think I could survive that. I'll do it. All right, fine.
You got to have some fun, though. You got to live
Have
your
a
life,
little fun. You know,
You
jump
can't-
out of plane, jump
Yeah.
off a bridge with a little tiny little cord attached. Sure.
Oh yeah, I don't
By the way,
think I'd jump out of
disclaimer,
a plane,
YouTube.
but-
All it's just jokes, spirity, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I had
Oh
to
yeah,
say
I got to say that
disclaimer,
to
because
YouTube.
YouTube's a lamer, and you know, don't want to get
Yeah.
reported with the lame algorithm out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
too
they are
sure
such
about the plane
wankers
stuff.
these days. They'll
Well,
take
they
out your
were,
channel.
yeah.
That's the fun part. I hadn't put videos out in forever, and they started giving me community warnings, not strikes, over past videos. It's like your
Oh, yeah.
thumbnail is too naughty, or the content of your video is a little too spicy. We're gonna put a warning on it.
Well, that's
I'm
been
like,
on YouTube.
come on,
for-
man. The video is like 20 years old. So I ended up having to private a lot of my videos so this nonsense would stop.
Crap.
Oh, jeez.
Absolute crap.
It is. It's
And then other people get away with just telling lies all the fracking time or ripping off other people's stuff, and they don't bat
Yeah.
an eyelid.
That's like Sony Music Group are a bunch of cunts.
Sony Music Entertainment, yes.
Yes, they'll hit you for
now they're going
anything.
after you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
ACDC.
Oh, they definitely, yeah, that's one of the ones they go after the most, actually.
Oh yeah, because I had Ozzy's Boneyard on, which I pay for, and I was playing video games, shooting from my phone and shooting from my camera, just trying to get it from the TV, you know, as best I could.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was one of them was an ACDC song, one of them was an Ozzy song, but you know, Guns N' Roses was fine. There was nothing on that, you know. Slaughter was fine. There were so many other. There was just it's like if ACDC comes on, I have to mute it. I
Yes.
actually fought it. I'll wait and see what happens, and I'll just trim the segment out. It's not that big of
Yeah.
a deal. It was just a test run, but I'm like, it was set to private and got put blocked when it was set
Yes.
to private, and I'm like,
Yes,
that is
exactly.
horse shit. You shouldn't be allowed to go through my shit that's set to private because I haven't even gone through and edited it or anything.
Well, that's how the bigger channels test if they can get certain things through. They'll set to private, see if the algorithm picks it up. If not, then they'll public it. Because it does check through the private thing.
Yeah.
And yes, ACDC's one that they hit a lot. The other one is Don't Fear the Reaper. That song. I got hit on that one in one of the tribute things I did. I think the tribute thing I did for Doomcock, the Fear the Reaper song got hit. And I was like, you're ridiculous. This is fair use, in my mind, at least. I don't care if they've done it with an orchestra or remastered it. It's completely, you can't enforce the copyright on this thing anymore. It's older than crap.
Yep.
But still they do, and I can't really dispute it.
Well, my thing is let it go, and then I'm not monetized. It's like, oh, well, you can't make money off this. Well, no shit, asshole. I'm not monetized in the first fucking place, so I'm not making money.
Yeah, exactly. So sadly, anything from Blue Oyster Cult, because of the BS remaster and other things, you can't put it on YouTube because they're labors. You can do it on Twitch, but not on YouTube. It's crazy what Twitch allows and doesn't versus what you can get away with music more often on Twitch, but not YouTube. But you cannot get away with certain content on Twitch that you can indeed get away with on YouTube. So it's pick your poison, what you're dealing with censorship-wise.
You can do it all on Odysee. Just you can't.
Well, yeah, Odysee and Rumble. That actually, if anything, I have a Rumble account, but I'm just not doing anything on there. The Odysee one I have, it's just irritating. That's my issue with Odysee. But you can get away with anything on either Rumble or Odysee for now. And hopefully they don't become sellouts. That's my real worry there.
If they become popular, they will.
Yeah, I did the Bitchute, but that took fucking forever, and then that never took off.
And then now Bitchute's effectively dead because Rumble and Odysee have taken off.
Yep.
Which is what always happens. That's the fun. That's always the fun of things.
As far as I don't know. I guess I have one. I'm looking it up, but I got to the point I couldn't even remember. It's like, Jesus, there's too many of these damn things.
It was pain.
Well, yeah.
I can't remember which one it
was.
was.
Well, that's the other issue. There is too many things. So I wanted a definitive, this is definitely taking off and going to be for real. And the closest thing I've seen to that is Rumble, where it actually might be a for real situation, where it might be consistently doing things. It has been around for a long time. It's just now they're finally really trying to become a competitor to YouTube, whereas before I think they were just staying, quiet so they wouldn't get obliterated like happened all the other places.
Yeah.
That try to compete with YouTube because they happen to stop existing out of nowhere. Often I wonder why. Because I'm sure they want to keep the message in one place. That's why.
Absolutely. Well, Bitchute or Odysee, I can't remember which one. You always had to prove you weren't a robot or log into your email account to get into it.
Yes, I think that's Odysee. That's irritating like that. Yeah. Bitchute is literally just username, password, and that's it. Same thing with Rumble, which is why I don't mind Rumble so much.
Yeah, I've never been on Rumble, but I got fed up with. I mean, there's some good films on them, but it was just like you got fed up with just trying to log in to find a bloody film. So,
yeah, exactly.
See, Odysee, I can click it, goes right to it, no problems.
I just either had to go into Hotmail or something, or prove I was in a robot.
Yes.
Crap.
Then the only problem I have with Odysee is I haven't been able to sync my account to fucking Odysee to back up my shit.
Yeah, it synced for me initially, but it hasn't lately. So I was just like, forget it. But it backed up a good chunk of it, so I'm happy about that.
That's good.
Yeah. Good stuff.
But yeah, I mean, that's the only other problem is like if all of a sudden, let's say that they do finally take over and get rid of YouTube, and then they decide to delete all your content. If you didn't back that shit up, you're fucked.
Exactly. So,
and then I don't know how that would work on where you had it synced to hook up. Would it also delete then on Odysee for an example?
No, it wouldn't.
I don't know.
No, if it deletes, it only deletes wherever the stupid started, which would be YouTube. The other places are the only thing that's connected is that they upload it there, but they don't do any decision making once it's there. It's just there.
Right. But let's say Congress says, okay, no YouTube videos. If it was filmed on YouTube, it must be deleted. So then you say,
if there's that level of crazy, they'd have to hunt you down. Kind of like some of the crazy stuff they're planning for the future, which will effectively, I mean, from what I'm seeing, they're going to effectively delete all the porn sites if certain things get passed soon enough, which is going to be hilarious because then I guess they'll go underground. I don't know. They would
have just left them on Tumblr. The world was in a better place till they.
Yes, if they just stop legislating everything and let this internet can legislate itself just fine. They'll shame you to death, do other terrible things. that are legal, and there you go. Or you just again report the thing, and it gets deleted. That's how it's always been. When you're trying to add legal bullshit into something that has no need for it, then it becomes a clusterfuck.
Oh yeah.
Just enforce the laws that are already on the books, as you've heard me state in the past. It already exists. Just enforce. You don't need to make new ridiculous laws to enforce things that already exist. You idiots. So it's just maddening when they do it. That's modern times.
That you didn't get
making
that
up
nice
BS.
Pooh-tan, you know.
Yes.
Nothing like Pooh Bear, setting off the black sun, and yeah, that's not scary at all. But you don't see that being covered anywhere.
No, you don't.
No,
they're not even discussing anything, considering that teddy bear and him saying, I'm just, we finish acquisition of this major property. Now we're going to go acquire this one that starts with a tie.
Yeah,
like we're coming for you next. No one made a big deal out of that. I'd say about 10, 20 years ago, they would have made a big deal out of that. It's just,
I'd say 2 years ago, they'd have made a big deal out of it. Even
they're hypocrites, is all I gotta say.
Especially now.
It's like, well, if he's getting away with it, I'm going to try it too.
Yeah, bring us your tired masses. We'll take care of them. Just don't come, to our vacation houses.
Yes. Oh, that was hilarious when that happened. I was like, it showed how hypocritical they are, which was magnificent.
And yet, I'll give you the Duke's bet. There's still going to be dumbass people vote democratically, even though they just proved.
I believe it. Yes,
they
because they're gonna hit them with what I've been seeing in the stupid ads. It's like you cannot vote for these other people. Do you understand? If you vote for them, they'll take all these special things you care about away from you, even though that's a lie. But yeah.
Meanwhile, they're sneaking shit in. There's a thing up in Michigan where I think it's three. Fucking where they can start, children could get basically denutted because they don't think they're a man, they feel like they're in a woman's body and all that shit. Yeah, they snuck that in on some fucking local bills and shit in the state of Michigan.
Well, they're trying to sneak in a lot of things all of a sudden on what they can do to your children. And
kids don't know what they want to be as a kid. They shouldn't have to know
exactly. And that's why I'm like, the schools are not an extension of the government to the extent you try to BS here. They don't have that authority. The authority is with the parents and the kid.
They shouldn't be the government.
You are there because you provide a service, and that is it, which the taxpayers pay for. That is it. That is why you continue to exist and are not relegated to,
you should teach people to count, teach people to read, teach people to tie their own laces, but you shouldn't be teaching them how to think.
It annoys me, but if you want to make it optional with your ridiculous crap you're trying to inject, I can tolerate that. But when you make it mandatory, no, you can go where because taxpayer money. No.
Can you imagine an after-school club for gender studies? It'd be fucking empty.
And it being mandatory is disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's my problem with what they're trying to pull right now. It's just no, you can't make some of these terrible items that are effectively anyone else at that age, if it's not in school, it would be considered illegal to give this to a kid and you'd be going to jail. But since it's a school doing it, it's fine. Do you see how this is wrong?
Wrong
said
because
local state government.
It's the state doing their message. This happened.
They're trying to say it's education when it isn't.
Bollocks, because it happened in the 30s in Germany, and look what happened to them. Fucking hell.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened to them. That right there.
Right there. Yep.
That's exactly what happened. When that is mandatory for a 2 or 3 year old to watch, so they can feel comfortable. That's a problem. Yeah, that's a huge problem. 2 or 3 year olds should not be subjected to that. I don't care what they are into. Vice versa. If it was a heterosexual situation, then the other side of it would be very upset. It's like, no, you're indoctrinating my child into becoming that by showing them things that would be illegal outside of the school. Exactly. Then you're a hypocrite. You would have a problem with it the other way, then it's wrong, period. Don't show it to either side of the equation. It just shouldn't be part of curriculum at a fucking at a preschool, man. Shit.
I know
Or anything.
In 20 years' time, there's going to be a population problem because there won't be enough people being born. So all the
that already started becoming a problem. The Zoomers, because they're the first generation that's actually decreasing the population. They are scared of having sex and don't want to. So,
yeah, Family Guy made fun of it with the ear sex.
Yes, like they don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, but when you cut the bits off, you can't really put them back. So
for so long that they're coming after.
And that's another problem.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about.
Well, let me tell you guys something. Proposal 3 in Michigan. If you are a parent or someone who votes or a human being that breathes, y'all better know what's going on. They are running Proposal 3 in Michigan as codifying Roe versus Wade. But what's really happening is they're sneaking something else into this bill. Y'all, they're running TV ads all over the place because they don't want people to read what's inside this bill. It's disgusting. They're removing parents' rights. They're giving children the ability to go into a Planned Parenthood and start receiving gender-affirming care without their parents' consent. What does this entail? Actually, let me read it to you. It says, passage of Prop 3 will give boys the constitutional right to be castrated and the girls a right under Michigan's constitution to be sterilized by way of hysterectomy or removal of their ovaries, all without their parents' consent. They're coming for your children, and y'all had better step up and stop this from happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not bullshit, sadly.
Yeah, she says it better than I could. That's why I was like, hold on, let me
just let her say
pull her up because she already did the video. I shared it on the Twitter, because I believe.
And the frightening part is it's legitimate. It's a real concern. It's unfuck believable. And then it's going to become a Supreme Court issue faster than we'd expect because hopefully they rule similar to what they did with Roe v. Wade, even if I didn't completely agree with the ruling. I partially agreed with it. So it's like, you can't fucking, if they're, and the thing is with other things, if they're in high school, they don't have the right to do whatever the fuck they want. So, or even below that. So same thing here. And it's up to the parents. Again, every goddamn ruling has been, it's the parents determine the thing. The parents, they've given, if anything, the courts have given more power to the parents when it comes to anything school related. So what the literal fuck are you doing by allowing schools and other institutions when a child is below the age of 18 to do whatever the fuck they want to their bodies within limits?
Yeah, I mean, Christ, they just
but no, there's no limit now. That's what they want to do. They want to remove all the fucking limits acceptable.
But it doesn't make
minimum they got to be like fucking 16, 17 for this crap.
Yeah,
currently.
You don't know what you want until you're older. I mean, fuck me. When I was a kid, one day I liked one thing, the next it was something else. I mean, I didn't even give a shit about sexuality. It was whether it was Star Wars or bloody Action Force.
So yeah, you don't want to allow a 12-year-old to decide whether or not they have 3 or whatever organs on their head or their back or whatever. And then the next day, I don't like it. It's like, well, you already did it. You're screwed. Exactly. I mean, that's the problem.
Because it's not working with the adults, so now they're doing it for the children, for the next generation.
Yeah, because you see that it's like 15% or less of the population has gone batshit. Yep. That's it. You're not getting a higher percentage, so you're worried about your political power in the future.
Yep.
You're just making a lot of work for counselors in the future and psychiatrists because you are fucking with people. And this is the time of life.
They're never going to have to worry about work. They'll have that forever.
Yeah, but these people should be fucking enjoying their life. They should be innocent. They should be protected. They should not be having this shit thrust on them. They can't deal with it.
Exactly. And that's another reason why, if I'm lucky enough to have a goddamn kid, I'm going to have to not allow him to go to school until minimum high school. Like it's fucking sucks because
Yeah.
I'd always plan for if I have a kid for them to have the full experience, but I can't allow it because I can't risk them
No.
having some who knows what crazy shit will happen in 5 to 10 years into the future. So I can't risk,
Absolutely.
oh, I'd like to have this laser gun attachment to my whatever. No.
But
Oh no, my
it's not
kid with
enhancement
this
though,
laser
is
gun
it?
attachment while having something that they were doing killed the person they were with. No, fuck, hell. So
But
it's crazy.
It's not
sounding.
cyberpunk.
Kind
not
of
an
exactly
enhancement.
cyberpunk or some
It's not
sci-fi
that.
movie, but it's the reality. It's the sad part.
It's literally taking away something, and
Yeah.
they seem to want to do it against the male of the species. No, you don't want to be a male. You don't want to grow up like them. Have your bits cut off, and then you got no choice. You'll be a eunuch.
Exactly. Oh, that's its own problem. Fucking Brelors.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? Look at the shit we lived through as children, but didn't have a fucking clue. We didn't figure out till we were a little bit older.
Shit, no. I mean, yeah, I had like a girlfriend at 7, and we kissed, but I wasn't fucking thinking about gender or anything like that. And it was just, doesn't bother me at all. But you don't think about sex until you're, your voice starts going funny.
Preaching this, oh, hey, there's this third thing you could possibly be. And now it's in the schools and the gender studies shit. Gender studies shouldn't even exist. We know how many, we know what our sexes are, and the gender doesn't matter. So
male or female. And you can be inclined with the same sex, but there's only male and female. There are no 57 varieties. That's just a fantasy. That is just.
Well, yeah, that's just pure bullshit. I get you with that one.
Well, no, it's a fetish.
There are people that are, how can I say, asexual, androgynous, have both capabilities, but it's a rare, less than 5%.
Well, you're straight, gay, or bisexual.
Planet.
Yeah, but you're straight,
they
gay,
don't have a
bisexual.
vagina and a penis. They
No,
have one or the other. Yeah. Normally,
you can have bits and be fucked by someone, but apart from that, it's just fetishes. That's all it is.
Precisely.
Crap. Yeah, you're right, Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
Education is indoctrination. Welcome to the 1930s Germany. There'll be.
Well, I mean, we saw that meme. I can't remember where I had it though, where it showed that they're giving Austin, Texas, to California.
I don't think Austin, Texas want it. I mean, there'll be all these eugenics things next. They'll be measuring your heads and your fucking noses and taking.
Well, they're
blood
already
samples
doing that as is.
Are we aliens?
Well, no, they'll just be separating you into groups, and then there'll just be all this propaganda. Your neighbor, he's one of them. You don't want to fucking go around with them. They're nasty. Juden. They'll be putting the stuff on the doors.
Oh, yeah.
Never fucking learn, do we, the human race? We're always fucking up something.
No, they don't. Well, they sure attempted something like that with putting it on the doors when we had the COVID fund going at full rage. That was exciting. Jeez.
Yeah, we were lied to on that as well, weren't we? Thanks, government. I mean, shit, I've had free vaccinations.
And the fun part is after the fact, everyone who at the time was considered an idiot and a rebel is now completely right about certain things.
Yeah. But you trust the government. That's why you put them into power. And then you trust
and that's why 70% plus of the population, unfortunately, got a useless vaccine
and you
that
trust
doesn't
the
really
health
work.
Advisors, you trust the nurses and doctors who are there to look after you. I mean, they've saved my life several times, doctors and nurses. So as far as I'm
least
concerned,
5 to 7 times, yes.
Well, no, a few times, not a huge number of times, but literally, I mean, I trust these people. I was married to a nurse for 10 years.
Oh.
So
oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some fun with nurses over the years. So I understand their psyche a little better than I'd ever like to. Jesus.
No.
When you're lucky with the nurse, that's good. When you're not, you hope to live the next day.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm talking about here.
You get good and bad ones in all life, but I mean, to be lied to.
But they really know what they're doing, though. They know exactly where to hit.
They know better than doctors sometimes.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Absolutely, yes, they do.
It's kind of scary.
It is scary, but then again, a doctor's, they're under a lot of pressure and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So. I got a lot of time for those sort of professionals, firefighters,
At least
police,
the nurses
army, all
don't
that
have a
stuff.
god complex, unlike the doctors. They do have.
No. Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, some doctors are down to earth and they're nice, I've never had.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
had
It's like,
one.
I'd like to
bad
keep your
experience.
leg as a souvenir. It's like, no, doctor, I don't. No.
Right.
Another one of your fans. Can I keep your leg as a souvenir?
No, she just liked to stroke it a little too much back
Oh.
when.
If she was nice, I
But
wouldn't
yes,
mind.
it was a little creepy.
Well, like I said, a nice doctor, I wouldn't have minded. I just said, yeah, a little higher, a little higher.
Yeah.
There's another one. Just gotta find it.
Oh,
Good old
Yeah.
California. Speaking of,
yes.
yes.
Yes, he needs to go to jail. At least Weinstein banged his wife, so there's that.
Harvey Weinstein banged his wife.
Yes, he did. It's coming out in court
That is
documents.
disgusting.
It's
Because
going to be in the court records
Hilarious, though.
forever.
Yes.
Enjoy that, Newsom.
I
Weinstein
knew some.
banged
Oh,
your
by the
wife.
way, this ugly Jabba the Hutt screwed my wife. Oh, it couldn't be a tennis coach or anything.
Yeah,
It had to be an
Oh.
ugly fuck.
exactly.
That's really, that's wrong.
Definitely
That's
fun
like-
times.
The smelliest, pimpliest person with their teeth missing. Yeah, this is my new boyfriend. Oh my god. Disgusting.
Now, the best part is possibly it was while they were married that it happened. Yes.
Karma. Fucking
Yeah,
love
I ate
karma.
that rough Newsom. While you were married, she did this to you.
Oh, karma is beautiful
Couldn't happen to a nicer dickhead.
sometimes.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh,
Oh, the
son of a
amount of
bitch.
damage.
Well, I mean,
that
we're
would
going to
have
have the same problem you guys.
done.
Oh, fucking hell. We're going to have the same damage you guys have. I mean, we're supposedly going to have blackouts and that during the week now, in the winter,
Yeah.
because of the power thing. Same as California.
Those darn
So-
Russians. Those darn
Yeah.
Russians.
Packerheads.
Just as the Russians, everyone's having power outages out of nowhere. Sure.
They have one of the largest fucking land masses in the world, and they just want this little bit, just down there near the sea. So
And
they go
they
to the
just can't.
seaside.
They can't finish and just take it over already. They just
They
They
fail at that.
really fucking. I mean, what were we worried about during the Cold War? If they're anything like that back then, fuck me,
Yes.
they wouldn't have stood a chance. Good
They're
Lord.
taking so long to just finish, sir.
Well, they're just so. It's like a fucking. I mean, it's unfortunately a comedy where people are
And
dying.
the sad part is that our military being ranked
Mm.
as low as it currently is just what the
Yeah.
hell does that mean?
Half your stuff.
I
is
don't
grounded.
believe it, possibly, because you can rank them wherever the hell you want. They've still got all the items available to them, and there's still veterans that were there before the ranking. So if you mean this current maybe cadets from the past 2 or 3 years, sure, I believe it. But most of the military is still the veterans that have been there for the past 9-10 years. So no, I think they would be fine. But would they be fine in a war on the scale of what was predicted back in the Cold War? No, we'd be screwed on that one.
Well,
But
I
then
mean, they're
again, you see
talking
the
about-
Russians on the opposite side. They're pretty pathetic, let alone the
Oh, yeah.
goddamn Chinese who can't keep a building from falling down or a fucking bridge.
No,
So
well,
I'm not too worried.
They've gone back to the way they were in the 30s. I keep on saying the 30s, but it's true. They've literally gone back to no decent command structure and just a load of conscripts, and they don't have a bloody clue. They've got all this equipment, which they can't seem to use. The farmers love it.
Yes.
But,
Well, they get to relax, take all the advantages.
Yeah, Greg, you're
Yeah.
right. The Soviets were more competent than the Russians. Yes, they were.
Yes.
I mean, you've
It
got a
is funny
Soviet.
watching them not be able to take Ukraine back, though. You got to admit that was pretty fucking fun.
I'm not enjoying the deaf side of it, but yes, it is rather pathetic
That part
when
of it
it's
sucks.
one of the largest nations, and one of the most heavily armed nations in the world, and they can't seem to take over. They seem to be having their second Afghanistan almost.
Well, effectively, and not only on top of that, then they're getting made fun of on TikTok by TikTokers. So
I'm sure that's the worst thing. Yeah,
that are
TikTok, I'm
part
sure
of
that's the worst.
Ukrainian army that then film them after they've stolen their tanks, right? So they've stolen your tank, then they take the tank, they paint over the tank, and then film it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Then they give up their position. Now, here's the other part of it. After they've given up their position, then the Russians blow up the tank. So, there's a little give and take on this. You dumb TikTokers. Don't give up your position.
I would not want to be a Russian military advisor because they just seem to keep on getting killed in the Kremlin.
They've had a bad time.
Top chiefs. They keep on having accidents.
Both sides have had many accidents so far.
Yeah, I think more so in the Russian side of it. I mean, all his advisors and oligarchs and people like that, as soon as you speak out, it's like, you're gone.
That's just a given.
Fucking cards.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, not any different than the Wuhan incident.
Yes.
Yeah, true. I mean, you got China fucking saber rattling Taiwan. What do you want fucking Taiwan for?
Well, they got to control all the chips, right?
Is it
that's the other part of all the chips are. The chips are either made from China or Taiwan. That's it. There's no chips anywhere else at the moment.
All these people, and it's always the politicians, always sending these people to die for dirt. And these people who are fighting don't really know what they're fighting for, and they're not getting any benefit out of it. It's just because someone wants a bigger piece of the chessboard. Dirt. It's fucking dirt, people. Get over it. You have a lot of dirt. You don't need more. Fuck me.
Yes. And they've effectively gotten what they wanted anyway, which is a massive outlet to the Black Sea. So they don't really need more, but they're like, fuck it, we're going to do it anyway.
But they've always been worried about like the Baltic and things like that. But they have routes. They don't need to worry about that. It's not for trade. I mean, Christ.
Their insecurity is just what it is.
His insecurity is not theirs; it's his, and because he's
him and his top people. Even though he pretty much does whatever he wants, it's just
yeah.
And the sad part is Ukraine is pretty as hell, so it's just dang. It's really sad. It's getting bombarded like it is.
The thing is,
I think that's probably why they didn't want to completely annihilate it right off the bat, which now they actually are. Now they're bombing Kiev proper and everywhere else because you're seeing the TikTokers show it.
The thing is, though, they're running out of stuff. They're trying to get missiles and drones from China because they've ran out.
And so is Ukraine. So that's its own batch of fun. So Israel's selling weapons to Ukraine, and then China's selling it to
Israel.
Russia.
Seems to become the new America.
And Iran's selling it to Russia. It's just wow.
Well, Iran's just Iran. They love to fuck with the world, don't they? It's just like, we're still here.
Yes. Well, they should look at themselves because they're on the verge of a civil war. They picked a bad time to go after women when women are kind of being feisty.
You did pick a bad time to fuck with your own people, honestly.
Yes.
There you go.
So now you have almost a civil war going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're having a very hard time cracking down because the men this time around are actually agreeing with the women, and that's making it rough for them. Whereas before it didn't work that way. So
yeah. It's a funny old state of affairs, perfectly honest.
There's a lot going on at the same time, that's for sure. Hasn't been this exciting since the 80s.
Yeah.
So we had this many this much political intrigue simultaneously. Except it was so much smarter than now. Now it's just a bunch of idiots that are having the political intrigue.
The thing is, back in the 80s, well, yeah, it is. But in the 80s, it was them and us. There were set, defined territories. Yesterday's friend is tomorrow's enemy. I mean, you got people like India and Pakistan, whatever. I can't remember which one it is, who are just like, yeah, no, we're going with Russia now. Hold on. We've been sending you fucking millions every year in aid.
Exactly. No, it's both of them. It's both India and Pakistan were selling to Russia.
And we've literally been Britain has been sending aid for decades, millions of pounds, and the OPEC with the oil. No, we don't want to supply you. Now America's just turn around and go, fuck you, we'll supply ourselves then. Fuck you, we got loads. The same with the gas.
You can't trust anybody but yourself when it comes to your own source of energy. You don't have your own source of energy, create one eventually, because if not, you'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Which is what's going to happen for this winter for Europe. Oh
it's
boy,
just
it's gonna be ugly.
it's Stalin 2.0 in Russia, as far as I'm concerned at the moment.
Oh, definitely right now, yeah.
So,
Except he isn't killing 20 million people yet. So
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
but he is
Yes.
killing. Well, like Greg just said, he is killing a lot of his own advisors. He's having his purges, the same as Stalin did. Yes, Stalin did do a lot more purges than that, but he's doing an okay job at his purges. He seems to be keeping, keeping momentum with him.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the people that seem to fuck up. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't want to be in his war council or anything at the moment.
Oh, definitely not right now. No.
But perhaps, with any luck, someone will have a bit of vodka, grow some bollocks, and put a fucking round in the back of his head.
Yeah, I will say about
Fortunately,
that.
the person who'll take over will be just as corrupt as him.
Well, yes, you'll have the other idiot that keeps being president, but not president.
yeah,
That's what.
but then again, if you're a
that
weak
guy who's been there for like 20 years as much as Putin.
yeah, but if you're a
No.
weak president, you won't be there for long. So he can do the deed and then get replaced with someone like, I don't know.
Well, that's what
Gorbachev.
we hope for, but then that doesn't always work out like
Another
that.
Gorbachev.
They
that'll do
sometimes
me.
are there for about 5 years.
I know, Greg. I know. I mean, they fucked themselves right up the arse, didn't they? They were energy independent, and then it's just turned around and go, no, we don't want nuclear. We don't want anything. But we'll get it all from Russia.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes,
a good
exactly.
idea.
Nigel, they're turning they're turning on the coal mines again because
Yes, I heard.
I read that and I was like, well, isn't that spectacular, Mr. Ministry of Energy, that
So
you're going to turn it back on out of nowhere because your wind turbines didn't work out so well for you as you thought.
Greta Thunberg will turn up in Germany and
Again,
go, look what
I
you've done
still
to the
think
girl."
if it's properly done, efficient wind power, not the crap they have now, will help eventually most of the planet and let alone colonizing outer space. But if you do it the way they're doing it now, this is crap. And I'm specifically referring to like how Dune uses wind to power things, as in this, yes, the sci-fi stuff. But it's a pretty brilliant idea by that author.
it makes
If you
sense.
actually do that, yes, it'll be. But what we have now, when I heard that the damn wind machines in Texas needed gas, I was like, then you have designed that poorly, you idiots. If it requires gas at any point, then it's not a real wind machine, you morons.
Yeah.
A windmill should not need anything else other than the goddamn wind to power it and then distribute energy.
I think they've made it too complicated. I mean, the turbines they use,
Yeah.
they're just not. They're not. Could I discuss it? I can't remember who I discussed this with the other day. They're just not technically there yet. I mean, they should go back to simpler rather than trying to be high tech and everything with these things.
Yes.
Even the wave power idea that we used to think was going to work in England. You know, we were going to do wave power because we're in a bit of a rough stretch of ocean. That would have been great, but we never did it, as far as I'm aware. Hydrogen, yeah. Fedorable saying hydrogen, yeah.
Yeah, well, because we have a massive supply of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But again, the technology needs to be there to efficiently pull it off, and that just wastes
It's the money. I mean, look at OPEC with the electric cars. They stopped that effectively in the 70s. We would have had electric cars decades before now. And now with electric cars, you've got a great big piece of battery and car that you, in 10 to 15 years, can't recycle. So
and it might blow up, and it might blow up in the right conditions.
And when they blow up, they go
as we saw in Florida after the hurricane.
If you've ever seen that Paris bus one, my God! If anyone was inside that bus, they wouldn't have gotten out. It is just like white phosphorus. It's like
I remember the Samsung 5s and the batteries were melting people's faces. So,
yeah, blew up in the blew a guy's hand off, didn't it? And blew up on his chest pocket and that. Yeah, these things are fucking lethal. We in work, we have to tape them, and we have to put them in a container to keep them away from wet things and impacts and stuff like that. So it's like having a fucking grenade.
Well, that's how I always think of it.
We don't with a pineapple grenade.
Well, we don't even have a firearms license on our site. We're not supposed to take fireworks, those pretensioners and airbags and things like that. But we're taking these lithium-ion batteries, which if they get wet or they get damaged or anything, they'll fucking explode and catch fire. Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Natters. Absolute natters.
Which is their excuse why they're not letting you play with the battery anymore.
Well, I
and
try
change
not
them
to
in and
lick
out.
them anymore. Yeah, I don't put as many
Yeah.
batteries in my mouth as I used
Is
to.
it- They want to make them waterproof. You see,
They-
they want to make this. They want to make all future phones waterproof.
yeah,
Sure.
because the oceans are rising. No, we had a fire in our a huge, like big 40-yard skip. This was before they brought in all this stuff on the lithium-ion batteries. We used to crush it down with a 360, and then it caught fire, and then we stopped that quite soon. Yeah, that was an interesting day, to be sure. And you guys have got it all in your tablets and your laptops and your phones and everything else. So good luck sleeping at night.
Well, when you have about 3 or 4 of them around your head, it's always fun.
I've got old style headphones on.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't even have a phone. I keep away from all that stuff. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's modern times. Modern times, indeed.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be to help us, not to fucking endanger us.
Exactly.
The house is now the most dangerous place on the fucking planet.
Oh, yeah. Fun places.
Fusion. Yeah. I don't think they've quite cracked fusion yet. As in,
have a nuclear powered car. We're not there yet.
No. No. Welcome to Fallout. Would you really want, be like fucking, oh Christ.
Well, we already have that. It affected my mind with the lithium batteries everywhere.
It would be like, it's like
we're already there anyway. Might as well go full, full speed ahead.
You guys used to have used to explode if it got hit in the rear. Datsun Sunny or Cherry or something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun cars. If you did that, it would happen. Because America, why not?
Yeah, this is the American way. We like to live differently.
Yes. Kind of like, the other day, a full gas, not just a gas container, but a big one on the back of a car. And I'm like, that's full of gas. Oh, it is indeed full of gas. I'm seeing it shaking. If someone smacks that car in the back just right, that full of gas container thing is going to blow the freak up and burn your car and my car in the front. You idiots. But they're just, these days, there's a little thing that they're attaching to cars in the back that's got the little fuel tanks. And I'm like, because you need an extra. Sure, if you're going to, out of nowhere, go hiking for no good reason in your SUV or truck or Corvette or whatever else. It's the genius who's selling them, sure. But yeah, it's, I need my little backup gas thing just in case. For my the best ones is when I've seen them on the back of electric cars. That's where you're winning. When you see the little gas tank on the back of a Tesla, I was like, you little monster.
Well, it's a hybrid then, isn't it? Pinto.
It's a hybrid. But Jesus, that you're attaching a full gas, a little gas container on the back. I know it's red. That's nice. Thank you. And it says, please don't, keep cigarettes and other flammables away from it. Do you understand that if any kind of collision happens, that will go boom, you idiot. Mm-hmm. But again, it's new things we have to worry about thanks to the current gas crisis.
I've turned my car into a bomb.
So hopefully you don't get to see that in England anytime soon. And if you do, well, you can thank America because it's becoming popular
as I said,
here.
10 years. We're 10 years behind you guys normally. So, we will see. We see enough.
You'll see that. Anyway. The funny part is I used to see that like on the back of Jeeps, right? The little mini Jeeps that you'd also see in the Army, the 4x4s that were like in Transformers and G.I. Joe. Yeah, exactly. You'd see that there. Sure, on the back. Okay, not so bad. Plus, it was high up, right? It's not low.
No. And they didn't know when they would get refueled, so they had to carry a bit of extra on them.
So I could see it there, but the fact that you're putting it on every car imaginable is where, no, you don't need to do that.
No.
You just don't.
May as well just slap some C4 on the side of the car, and just go.
And if anything, again, put it in the inside of the car, so because that's where normal people put the extra gas.
Or I tell you what, instead of making these useless,
you put it in the trunk or
cars,
whatever. But for God's sakes, don't put somewhere safe, not the trunk. Maybe the heat will rise too much in the trunk and then it'll blow up. So you never know these days what kind of surprise you might get.
Oh, no, but instead of making these useless cars that are going to be lumps of fucking ton worth of metal and battery that you can't do anything with and you have to bury in a desert somewhere, why don't you just give them a fuel tank and they last a lot longer? It's not too good for the environment, but it's, we're waiting for this battery thing to start going on. When all these fucking cars are coming in and they can't do anything with them and they're like, what should we do with them?
That's going to be an issue in probably the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, well, if you're Italian mafia,
if the cars become not as popular as they are right now.
It's not just that. They can't do anything with them. I mean, the Italian mafia put them on boats and dump them in the ocean,
Yeah.
But everyone else would just have to bury them. And then in about 30 years, put a house on it and wonder why your houses are exploding.
Exactly.
C'est la vie.
And I hopefully they at least continue the hybrid model at worst and not go full electric only, because that's really where the problem will be in the future. Yeah, because at least the hybrid ones, they'll have the fuel option, right? Yeah. Even if the battery part of it becomes useless.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be lumping around a big fucking heavy battery, but yeah, it'll cope. Just about.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely going to be a fun future.
Again, we're being lied to. We're being sold a fucking dream that isn't real.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Everyone's just happily dancing along to it as well. Oh, look at me. I'm so, conscious. I've got this car that in 10 years' time is going to be a fucking bomb waiting to go off.
Yep.
And I can't do fuck all with it. Bless them. Yeah. But they haven't solved they keep on. I think they're trying to solve too many problems at the same time.
Yes, they indeed are.
Solve one problem, then work on the next one.
See,
like I said, in the 70s with OPEC and that, they stopped the guy who's creating batteries and that. We would have had 20 plus years of research on it, so we might come up with a different idea by now. Something a bit more practical. But hey ho, hey ho. Liberals are idiots.
I love this one. This one how-to guide is putting the extra gas container or jerry can on the top of the car. Also another fantastic. So not only will it blow up, it'll also be a projectile. Good job in your how-to guide. God dang it.
People are so dumb.
These how-to guides are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you could buy it from Amazon, because why not?
Well, yeah, the home of stupidity. Why not create a mobile bomb? Everyone needs a bit of fun in their life.
It's like, we guarantee it's no spill. Don't worry about it.
Playing Survivor, the real game out.
We guarantee it's no spill.
Jesus Christ. I just can't imagine it. Really,
you just can't make this stupid up.
No, you can't make this stupid shit up. Who would put an explosive substance on the outside of your vehicle? Dumb fuckers? Yes,
exactly.
Ding, ding, ding,
and
ding, ding, ding.
then be a part of a how-to guide. Jesus God.
Good
oh. So you get the
shit. Yeah, you don't want to be
amazing.
You don't want to be in any highway crashes for the next 10 years. I can't pick up the kids because it's full of fucking petrol.
Well, it's the same people.
There you go. I got some links.
You just ever want to grab somebody by their face,
private,
pull them in really close.
Hey, here you go.
And just whisper.
This is unfortunately what I'm talking about. Oh, God.
Let's have a look. Oh, not Willie Nelson. Fuck off.
I think that's appropriate. But you see those two fun examples?
Oh, my Lord.
No. Just
really?
No. Yes.
That's fuel?
That is what I saw recently, and I couldn't believe it. And then me and the wife were like, those people are stupid. Why would you do
Holy
that?
shit. Is that person going across the fucking Sahara Desert?
Exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jerry cans.
Isn't that just amazing? how much
There is
potential of
no
terrible things
way.
can happen.
Jesus Christ. And no spill as well. My fucking ass. Good Lord. You dumb
And
motherfuckers.
that's the problem. All it takes is these people convince. Oh, God, I got another fun picture. Oh, jeez.
That fucker rolls. It's literally going to be a Catherine wheel on fire. Look at that. Oh, he's got a spare tire, though.
Oh, God. Oh, there we go. There's another one.
Oh, let's have a look.
That's just amazing.
Some of them got to have water. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, all the
That
disclaimers. We're definitely not suggesting doing this anyone.
That is the ultimate in
God.
fucking stupidity.
If you do this, you might be a retard.
Yeah. So I unfortunately saw that on the road the other day, and I was like, why would they be bringing this back? It was already kind of dangerous in the 1980s. Oh my God, is it now? Exactly that
I'm
thing.
sorry,
right?
are we in like a war situation where we have to have the fuel, going huge distances?
I did not know we were in that situation right now.
No, you're not. So you don't need that sort of fucking stuff on your car. There's a reason why they don't let you fill up all these things and stick them in your car at the petrol station. Well, they do in this country because it's fucking dangerous.
Oh, I got some more fun. This is actually posted, and they say, "Do not do what I'm about to." So don't do this one, anyone. This is definitely dangerous.
Have a look. Oh my God!
You can't make this shit up.
I was looking at the goldfish in.
This is ridiculous, and I can't.
Wow!
It's just Cloud World. It's just.
Did you see the one where the guy put a pool liner in his pickup and filled the pickup, and it was all open and it was sloshing all out in the road? Did you see that one?
We live in an exciting universe.
That was during COVID. Fuck me, you people are dumb.
Oh my word! I just. We live in an amazing world right now.
If that car got rear-ended, literally, fucking hell. Goodbye to the fucking people in that car and the people who rear-ended him.
Oh, God.
Shit, that is so wrong.
That is just amazing.
That's a Mercedes, isn't it? Is that a Mercedes?
No, I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, man.
Fuck me, you people are dumb.
Yeah.
Really are dumb.
Fun times indeed.
Fucking hell.
Oh. It's the most amazing timeline right now. Oh, jeez.
It's a scary timeline, to be perfectly honest. I wouldn't call it amazing.
We need to not bring back dangerous things from the 80s. Let that stay there. No, you're bringing it right back. Please don't.
Right.
Whew.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
It's I just have to comment to Brutal. We are not apex predators. We are dumb as fuck. Not all of us, but a larger number of us than there used to be. Or they're more vocal.
That is an accurate statement.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yes, they do breed, unfortunately, and they do vote Fedorable, but oh God.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe those packs with you.
As someone said way back in 2009, you're an idiot and don't do this. As you know, gasoline is too volatile to do what's being done in these pictures by these idiots. I don't care if it's been certified by any agency. That agency is stupid.
I thought the pickup I saw on YouTube where the guy filled it up, he lined the bed, whatever you call it, and he was driving through the streets and it was fucking sloshing. I thought that was dumb. But fuck me, I was proven wrong. There's more of them out there. Good Lord.
Just amazing.
How could anyone think that was a good idea? Fuck me.
Really? The people we used to think were crazy that we refuse to listen to. Unfortunately, they're listening to them now, and then this happens.
Oh, yeah.
So,
God, you just got to be so dumb to do that.
The people saying that they're dumb are the right people, and the people saying how to do it are just wrong.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they just want the kudos, don't they? They want people to go, oh.
Unfortunately, as in this article, there is no law against it at the moment. So
am I, Fedorable. So am I.
Oh.
Yeah. Mind you, I've discussed this with Random before. There's yeah. What we got here? Oh dear. Unavailable due to legal reasons. Why? Yes, I live. No, I don't live in the European Economic Area. I live in the UK.
Oh, God,
fuck off.
I'm sorry.
He's saying I live in Europe. Fuck off. We left Europe, you pricks.
That's well. One of these is the Union Times. From the Union Times. I guess that's what
I'm How to Carry Extra Gas in Your Car by Bob Loblaw. Well, that says a lot, doesn't it?
That says safety.
Like,
right
gasoline
there.
lasts for a year before it goes off. Yeah, but gasoline lasts for 1 year. What the fuck are you storing it for anyway?
Yeah, before it goes off like this.
Like a boss.
That's right. Get out there like Brent and just turtle it.
Exciting times.
I'm just reading these threads because I can actually get. Oh, do you like that gun? Oh, that's nice. Anyway, sorry.
When the moon is full and the sky is clear, the pumpkins light up just once a year.
Right, yeah, they're we don't have a lot of preppers in our country, so we find this sort of thing a little bit
amusing.
Unnecessary.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a politer way of saying it. Yeah, I like that. Thank you. Ooh.
Here's all you need, Brent. All you need is a monkey.
I've always just wondered, are monkeys actually happy having to wear a nappy all day? You know.
Yes.
It's just one of those things. Well, no, the owner is, but is the monkey? I don't know.
Yeah.
Certain things
he
I
was
probably
having
wouldn't
fun.
keep in captivity. Well, yeah, having a bit of fun, but
Yeah.
Certain animals I wouldn't have as house pets.
That's accurate.
Californians, monkeys, you know, dolphins, that sort of thing.
Raccoons. Don't do that.
No.
That's another terrible recent wave of stupid. After the pandemic, people are having ridiculous exotic animals as pets now that weren't even possibly thought of before.
You guys do like raccoons, and we've got people like in this country have foxes. And it's
So
like,
now
no,
they're
they're a wild animal.
Pet raccoons, pet
alone.
foxes, pet everything. Things that were outside are now becoming pets inside, and then you're seeing it on TikTok videos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, no. Why?
I mean, animals are a lot more, not blasé, but they're not as afraid of us as they used to be during COVID because they were lucky if they saw a person during the day for nearly 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. They saw no one for 2 years, and now they're getting to hang out together out of nowhere.
And it's nice because we destroyed enough of their fucking environment to begin with. But, you know, yeah.
Yes. And every time I hear an environmentalist freak out, I like to point out that, guess what? That's when the models existed before. Prior to us pulling off something the models thought we'd never do, which is not do anything to the environment for 2 years in a row. Since that happened, I'm really not worried about an ice age or the fall of the fall of Earth. At the end of the century, like I was worried about prior to. I'm not worried about it at all because we effectively fixed all the damage we did. So the environmentalists, when they lose it now, I like to say, shut up, noob. You don't know what you're talking about.
The thing is, the environment always goes through these little bumps and, you know, nodules and things like that anyway. So, yes, a lot of it was caused by industrialization and things like that. But Mother Nature, she has a way. She always has a way.
Yes.
Unfortunately, she hasn't
We were
kicked all the
lucky.
fuck
We were
yet.
lucky for that to happen recently. So all the crap they're spewing right now doesn't work
I
anymore.
know, it's
so
like
they
the
can
first.
shut up. It
I
just
didn't see a
doesn't work.
plane for like 2 years, and the first time I saw a plane, it's like, fuck me, is that an airplane? Great.
Oh, there's a massive sale on private planes right now, which is so batch of hilarious.
Oh, I don't want one. I just, saying when
Yeah.
you wouldn't see planes for like nearly 2 years. Cars. I can remember just literally walking down the middle of the road to go to work.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
Getting
I
used to
loved
the
it.
fact that there were no cars on the streets for 2
Yeah.
years was nuts.
I did not see a
And then,
car.
unfortunately, the side effect of it is now if there are cars again, they all go like it's the Autobahn everywhere. So I don't know if you've noticed this in the UK, but at least in America, people go 100 miles an hour everywhere because there's no cops to enforce anything anymore.
They always drove too fast in Mike. As soon as it rains, this is one thing I've noticed. When it rains, people drive faster. I have no idea why, but I notice it every time it rains. People always drive that extra 5 miles an hour faster, like they're on a fucking racetrack or something. It's just in the genes, I guess. Weird.
Yes.
But yeah, I used to enjoy walking to work during COVID, and it's like I didn't enjoy the fact that people would cross the road from me. That made me feel like a leper. But yeah, walking in the middle of the road, having to look both ways because of traffic. Yeah, that was great.
You just kind of get used to it.
Mm.
If you don't have a mask on, they'll treat you like a leper.
Well, no, even if I had a mask on, they would just like cross the road.
That's ridiculous. So they were
Yeah.
extra paranoid. Oh, that's dandy.
Yeah. It might have been my uniform. They might have just thought still getting that.
Like, oh, he might
I'm a
put the bag
European.
over my head and take me somewhere.
I mean, I'm a nice guy once you get to know me, I think. I'm not one of those sort of people, but I'm not a stalker, that's for sure. I'm like your fans.
Yeah, those are always fun.
That was a good thing about COVID. You couldn't have stalkers because they couldn't
yes,
go out.
you didn't really have to worry about them for a couple of years because they had to worry about their own crap.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the world shut down for a couple of years, and
well, they had to think about it. If Biden could have just went sniffing everybody, he never would have.
I hear he's more into kids, though, isn't he? To be perfectly honest, a bit of a raw farce. I'll be back in a second.
No, cannot wait till he's at a certain office.
Can't wait till he's out of breath.
It's just embarrassing. No, I guess you don't want Kamala Harris as president either. That's its own disaster area. Oof. So you just want all of them to be voted out and not them in the White House. Yeesh. Anymore. So they can't do any more damage. At least on a grand scale, they are.
You vote Democrat as a Democrat now. You are a terrorist. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's we're at that point. It's like nope.
Yeah, there's no justification. I mean, just like destroyed the economy, did everything else. They try to one of the commercials. I thought, if you think it's bad now, imagine if the Republicans are in charge. They'll take us to WW3 and make the economy worse than it is now. But you literally just did that. You literally made the economy terrible, and you drove us on the brink of a third world war. And you're the ones who did it. Yep. I don't think the Republicans can make it worse.
No.
You
they
idiots.
Need the Republicans because this party's too weak. We got shit going on.
Well, yeah, that's the same problem.
Yes, the weakness factor. Man.
Yeah, I know.
All these little greenies would be losing their shit. Where are they at now? After finding out what just happened from Peder,
Yeah.
Nope, we don't hear nothing. But the next hurricane, make sure you get your extra boosters because that'll stop you from getting blown away.
Oh God, those commercials before that was hilarious.
Yeah, Brian, we were talking about that.
They were spamming it to all my phones, and I was just like, "You idiots!" Oh, and the other one, of course, was, "We understand terrible things have happened. We're here for you. Also, get your booster. Go away. Go away.
Yeah, we're
here for you, but make sure to get your booster.
Yeah, get your boosters. It's gonna stop the hurricane. No, it's not.
Jeez, they're terrible.
and yet they'll still get votes. I don't know. I can't trust any election after this last one, man. They haven't even fixed that problem. Doesn't matter who you voted for. You can't be happy with the way the election was just done however they did it. Insert your own idea here because there's a billion of them. Yep, definitely. All right, let's see here. So we're going to wrap this one up. It has been a blast. Got some storms blowing in, and yeah, lights are starting to flicker on my end. So yeah, I'm gonna hurry up, wrap this up. Check me out tomorrow night, This Week in Bullshit, Justin Proper. Later this evening, This Week in tonight, 8:30, 8:35. The place to be reviews, Going In Raw. Might be on the pre-show, might be on the panel. If not, I'll be in the chat. And of course, This Week in Bullshit, followed by the World Class Bullshitters. Friday, right back here for Friday Fun with Friends. Then Liars at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time on Clown World Review. Saturday night's main event for Etep Wokuian's Place to Be Reviews, about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then, yeah, we'll be right back here every Wednesday. So take care, everybody.
Oh, bye.